And welcome back, all the wonderful Rocketeers out there in the world today. Hello, and welcome back to Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. Once again, I am your happy-go-lucky hooligan host, Captain Atsoka, joined in the booth this time not by the real Mobags, but in fact by Broke Fang. Fang, how are you feeling tonight?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. Glad to be joining here in the booth. Gonna be an interesting one. Just hopping in here a little bit last second, but you know what? We're gonna have a blast as it always. So much fun to be in here with the booth, and we're going to have a great time.
Yes, absolutely. And I would like to take a little bit of time again just to show some credit to the people that work behind the scenes in production, people like Hot Grandma, and of course even our very own Just Staying Alive. And we cannot also say anything about production without mentioning Leechy. Leechy works the hardest in production every single time because that's where he has his bread and butter. Unfortunately, he can't be a caster like some of us because Leechy just doesn't have what we call a caster's face. So we're just going to be getting into our next match, and we have the Eclipse and the Blizzard getting ready to go head-to-head as we get these teams right on in.
It is going to be a Premier League matchup. Absolutely fantastic. I'm expecting some high-flying, high-action, high-octane, even though the Dominus is the best car, flip play out on the pitch tonight, and what a way to cap it off.
I don't know. You said the Dominus was the best car. I think Dems is fighting words. I'm pretty sure they got a lot of people in the Rocket League community that might have something to say about that because we have the Octane out there, and now people are enjoying, of course, the Finesse with the Phoenix. So I don't know. I think we might be stirring the pot there if if we're saying one car is the dominant of all the meta vehicles.
Hey, whoever is out there able to play, car, hitbox, it doesn't matter. It's just an excuse that I get to use, just why the excuse that Leechy gets to use the excuse of why he's not here in the caster booth with us.
Yep, and here we go. It's already time to go here. And this kickoff is already underway. Not sure what's going on right here. I think we have some technical difficulties going out there on the field right now. But we are still going to be getting this game underway very, very shortly. And I got to say, we're actually running the test lobby. That's what I'm seeing. Duh.
Yeah.
So we're running the test lobby just to make sure everything's on the up and up because we don't want to have any type of Rocket League mishaps when we get into the actual lobby. But I got to ask you, if you were watching the last match going into this one, now we know it's the Eclipse. Right. We've seen their other team play previously before, and now we got, of course, the Supersonic Legend team here with Sauce and Capsize and, Just Staying Alive out there with a Season 13 GC tag. What do you expect to see the big difference to be like as far as play style is concerned?
I'm expecting a lot more play with each other. You're expecting the less ground game, high-flying action, but those pre-jumps, everybody's going to be in the air at the same time, and who is able to starve out the other one? If you can dust one another to the ball, you can intercept those passes and redirect them on in. We know they have the mechanics. We know they have the speed. We know they have the potential to touch the ball at any angle from any point, but who is on the same point? Who is already in the air, able to get those passes to one another with a quick 1-2 up the field on a quick clear or a redirect on into the net. That is going to be the difference. And if they're on point for that, that is going to be able to carry them through.
And I think we are just about ready to go as we have 5 minutes on the clock and the first game is underway. Capsize going up high off the sidewall there, met by the opposition, and now Sauce going to be putting this one off the backboard there as Danger goes up high, and then Sauce returns the favor. It is now 1-0 in favor of the Eclipse.
Sauce was just there and waiting for Danger not to touch. He was one, that he was trying to get that up into the ceiling and be able to follow it up, but Sauce, right place, right time, not going to make the mistake on that shot, and just 11 seconds in. That is a way to start for Eclipse.
And don't get me wrong, it was a questionable touch. I'm willing to admit that. But at the same time, I think that was just a beautiful scoop from Sauce. Being able to meet the ball as it hit the ground and get that kind of scoop effect to put it up right underneath the crossbar. So granted that, maybe Danger didn't get the best touch. But again, I just got to give credit to Sauce's shot placement.
It was absolutely fantastic. And just being in the right position to be able to do such a thing. But here we go, Sauce now in a 1v2 situation. Doesn't have any boost to work, but able to play a little bit of mind games past the first one. However, stuck in the corner. corner. Danger kicking it up, and Eclipse, Capsize now trying to play that same game, just playing that pressure, playing the boost game. There is a lot more boost on the pitch in the twos than what you see in a standard match, but these players are flying so quickly, using so much of it. It's just a matter of that efficiency as Capsize now going to try to take this up the pitch. Demoed, but thrown right back into the face. Sauce going to go ahead and reset.
And that was honestly like a really good like a good reset in defense coming, from the opposition there. The Blizzard were able to kind of recover from what looked like a double commit for a second there. They saw an opportunity to score and they both just jumped at it. So the recovery that they were able to pull off by quickly transitioning to defense and putting a stop in the demo, that also came in insanely clutch for the Blizzard. Just being able to see how fast that they can adapt to certain situation is, nothing short of impressive.
And a lot of that comes from the communication as well. If they're trying to go for it, do you have that second person in case of the demo doesn't happen? And just having the confidence to go for that. It's not just how can you touch the ball, can you get it on target, can you get it to a teammate, but also playing off how the opposition is moving in their play style, as now the ball just getting stuck here in the corner. But again, who is going to be able to break out as the net is open for Capsize? He's just going to fire this one down. Sauce trying to beat, but doesn't even need to, as Capsize will just go ahead and from downtown send it center net.
And this is one thing that a lot of people forget about in twos. It's like, we can, kind of push up a little bit. They're all the way on the other side of the field. They're not going to make that. But don't forget, these are some shooters we got out here. This isn't, you got to remember, you're looking at some supersonic legends on the other team. These are people that know how to put the ball on the net. So it doesn't matter where they are on the net. If you're not in the right position, they will take advantage.
It just takes a pixel, and they will take the whole mile. And that's going to be something that Blizzard needs to keep in mind. Even though they do have that speed, they do have the potential to get back. If you get beat just one time, you go into the net, you're not able to cleanly land, it is going to be thrown right back in your face. Is already Eclipse putting on the pressure against Sauce. That one's not going to be able to be taking a shot, but again, it's able to go across, steal the boost, get right back on top of it, and all the pressure, even though there's not been anything too terribly threatening, it's just not seeing any opportunities for Blizzard.
And now Sauce here trying to take control with some 1v1 prowess. Will go for the double touch down to Capsize, and it will go in with a beautiful highlight reel pass play coming from the Eclipse. It's now 3-0.
Sauce, well done to give the space for Capsize, and nobody expects a bounce shot. You're waiting for that absolute missile. You're waiting for the ground pins. You're waiting for anything except that ground bounce right over the top of the defender. 2-0 as we're coming up on the final 2 minutes left to play. Here to go in the first game.
And now Danger with a dangerous flick and pass, but somehow literally flossing the line there of what could have been and should have been a goal. Somehow the Eclipse will get the save and clear it away. We are back into the Blizzard half here, and I don't know how they got away with that one.
That has to be so demoralizing if you're Blizzard. That looked like it was just absolutely going over here. A double commit coming in. This could be an opportunity for Danger. Throws it away from the defense, and Casper, the friendly post, comes out to say hello and gets the friendly bounce off that ugly double commit that Eclipse don't want back.
And this is the reason why you want to, shoot, and shoot again. Like, if you have the shot, take it, because you're forcing the opposition to kind of pull out of their position, and it's really hard to make those last-second communications when you have a shot on net. So if you have a shot, don't think, oh, well, this is just too wide open. This is going to be an easy save. Take that shot anyway, because you have a teammate that's going to be there to follow up, and if there's anything that we've learned, it's that missed shots often make the best passes, but the intentional passes are just as good. Let's take a look at Braden Axe going up high to fit the waterfall perfectly for Danger to come in and thread the needle, hearts all around.
The beautiful pass that dropped down, in the confidence and full commit. That was 100% a goal for them, or a goal back for Eclipse, but able to get that read, realizing that the defender was not going to get up in time, and having that confidence. And all of a sudden, we find ourselves with coming up on the last 60 seconds in just a 1-goal game. Blizzard has come roaring back, finding their offensive prowess, and might send us into a potential overtime or even a possibility to win this in regulation.
Now, you see, that I think honestly should have and could have been, should have been the equalizer there, because that was a really nice executed pass play. It just was the shot that didn't end up falling into the back of the net or even taking place, because once again they were pushed up just a tad bit too far. Unfortunate feels bad man, and it's gonna go down in the stat line as pretty much a wasted opportunity. But as one door closes, another one will open as they have a pass, and it is broken up yet again. For some reason, the Blizzard just cannot find the back of the net.
It's almost like they are blinded by the snow in their eyes, but continue to throw the ball at the net. And as you alluded to earlier, just put it on net. You never know when a mistake might happen. Even professionals make mistakes, and these players expect to be able to get every single touch. The last 10 seconds, this is where the pressure really gets put on Sauce. Able to get the save, but can't clear it out. Last opportunity for Braided Axe, but a great doink. Going to have to carry this up the wall. Doesn't have a ton of boost to work with. Will try to drop this down to a danger, but goes for the bump. Able to kill the ball, and Eclipse does hang on in the first game 3-2.
And I was about to make this point again. Remember, this is only game number 1, and already just evenly matched on both sides of the pitch. I can't really say for certain that there was one team that made more mistakes than the other. Yes, there was some missed opportunities, but again, this is only game number 1, and we're already seeing such a tight-knit game. But when we're looking at the stat lines, it's time for a little bit of Cap's analysis, because we have 5 saves coming from the Eclipse, where on the other side, there was only 3. And then not only that, but the Blizzard also had more shots. It was only by 1. It was an 8-7 scoreline, but yet the Eclipse were the ones that came away with the win. And then even further to boggle my analytical mind, the Blizzard had more assists. So what type of gameplay is the Eclipse running that is working so effectively? In my opinion, when it comes to taking the shots, the Eclipse are opting out for more quality of a shot than the quantity. So I think maybe it's just the overall shot selection and maybe a little bit of game 1 shakies coming from the Blizzard that were able to get the Eclipse that win. So I'm expecting a Blizzard turnaround. I can see a Blizzard winning in game number 2.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just shoring up. We saw that very early goal from Eclipse, just that a slight mistouch off that back wall, and Sauce able to be right place, right time, and send it on in. And if they're able to take advantage of it, so we see trying to do it again, this time capsized, but Danger is there for the save. If Blizzard can play a little bit better possession on their own half, will definitely help them out as they've started to get the offense rolling in the second half of game number 1. But first 30 seconds here already, Eclipse keeping the pressure on, able to get a couple of touches, and Demo comes out, now a 2v1, but Danger, undeterred, will go ahead and send it on in, and has a shot opportunity as Sauce ends up saving his own shot, though. Not able to catch a break, and we stay knotted at 0 early here in game number 2.
There's not too many times in Rocket League that I find myself laughing, but I could not help but laugh at that demolition, because Braided Axe was doing so much with the ball, making it look so cool, a whole lot of aerial mechanical skill, looked really great, and then the defense just said no. It just completely demolished him mid-air and took the ball away, still tied at 0-0, and I just love seeing plays like that one. Another flick going towards the mid and taken away towards the side. It's going to be Sauce taking control now, going for a solo air dribble play, coming up off the backboard, and no shot being had. A floater will go high, and a touch from Sauce will send this out to the side.
I'm not sure anybody out on the pitch had any boost for that opportunity. Capsize able to go around and at least steal the 100 in the far corner, but again, just the opportunities are there, but not being able to take advantage. Capsize going to try to go for the flip reset, does get it, but not enough power. Sauce following up, Danger able to save it, but a goal-saving Demo coming out once again by Eclipse, just absolutely stifling any fast break opportunity. And now a quick 1-2, that's going to waterfall down, and Capsize will capitalize 1-0 in game 2.
This was just 100% perfect execution. And this is something that not a lot of people really take advantage of when they're asking, oh, how do we go up in ranks? How do we become better as Rocket League players? And honestly, it's just beating your opponent to the ball. Like we saw just now on that play, Sauce didn't really have a shot on the ball, but still had a passing opportunity, and which is why it was important that they got to the ball before the opposition. And yet again, they do the same thing. Sauce able to take control, put this one out into the mid off of the 50-50, and all Capsize had to do was get the first touch on the ball first. perfect execution, 2 pass plays, 2 goals.
What a 50-50 indeed. But finding themselves in the same situation, Blizzard gonna take the kickoff goal, and Danger says, anything you can do, I can do better. What a beauty of a flick, able to control this right off of the kickoff. Danger cheating up, Sauce going for that boost and paying for it, able to cut the lead in half.
Now, you see, this is something that is kind of like, I don't know, it's 50-50 with me, avoid the pun there. But, yeah, it's kind of 50-50 with me when it comes to cheating on the kickoffs in 2s. In 3s, sure, I see it. Perfectly fine. It's 100% acceptable. But in 2s, to me, it's kind of a double-edged sword. Because, again, Rocket League, Lord forbid that, on that play, Braided Axe didn't win the 50 off a kickoff, it would have left Danger extraordinarily out of position, and that goal could have easily went the other way. So I really don't know how I feel about cheating up in 2s. I guess I will leave that up to the Rocket League community.
Yeah, it definitely worked out for him there, but at the same point, see if they pay for it later. Now the Blizzard trying to get some passing back and forth, able to get it across the box a couple of times, but the shot just a little bit wide. Braided Axe able to keep it out as Sauce getting demoed. Capsize just trying to play the pressure game at this point and giving Sauce time to respawn as Danger out of boost, the pass. Now Capsize, Sauce trying to do a little bit of back and forth. They 2-man up and down the pitch they go, but again, shot not able to be on target and back the opposite way until Sauce, again, the pressure. When Eclipse is able to nail down and dig their wheels in at midfield, they are absolutely crazy with that pressure, but those demos able to break it up. See if Blizzard can't tie it up right here.
And that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. The demos in 2s are such much more just meaningful in a 2v2 scenario than a 3v3, because again, that 2v1 scenario is just an absolute danger. And, just seeing them being able to pull it out and not capitalize it's got to be painful, especially when you're just down only a goal.
And this is where they were in game number 1, but now trying to put the pressure on the backboard defense, hanging strong by Eclipse. Another 50-50 win will give them the space that is necessary. A good pass off that corner, but nobody coming up to attack. Danger just playing the long game, and the demo yet again coming out at a critical time, but Danger is going to be able to pop off and get that extra touch in a 1v2 scenario, still able to tie it up as we have just 49 ticks left on the clock.
Now, you see, that was really close in the corner. I don't know if I should call that a doomsy dish or if it is a doomsy dish. I don't know. I will leave that one up for everyone else. I can't make the call on that one, but no matter what you call it, it was impressive. Nice show of control coming from Danger on that play, especially with the the mechanical aerial skills that they were able to show. Again, like you said, not getting past 1 but 2 defenders, especially being able to get the equalizer under the pressure that they have now, even still with 30 seconds left.
Braided Axe trying to get that pass out to Danger, but the extra touch, not what he was looking for. Sauce hands it right back, and ball going east to west, but nobody attacking. And a slight, again, we've seen a few miscommunications coming out from Eclipse. We saw a few double commits in game number 1. It didn't end up costing them too much, still able to hang on. But again, running into each other late here in the game, I gotta wonder if it's the pressure late in these tight games or if they're just not quite on point here tonight. But last chance to win this in regulation. Looks like Sauce just gonna go ahead and let the ball die and send it into overtime.
And when they were bumping each other, that was just a classic issue of boost and ball, because one player was going for the boost, one player was going for the ball, and unfortunately both the boost and the ball were in the same position. So it was really hard to tell who should go first, and really it just came down to we're both going in the same direction and getting in each other's way. But now we have a scoring opportunity here for Sauce, but couldn't get past the Danger, as this one's going to go up and high for Capsize. Has a player there in the mid to get the pass, but not enough boost to follow up and make that shot true. It's going to go right back down and over to the side as Braided Axe will go up to clear this one back.
And both goals by Eclipse are assisted as, oh my goodness, what an angle. Danger picking up the hat trick with this beautiful redirect, and that in just 31 seconds will take game number 2, 3-2.
Yeah, I really did not see that angle coming. I'm not even going to lie. Like, I like to, play the persona of Rocket League aficionado, but I did not see that play coming. I thought, yeah, maybe we'll get a redirect, it'll develop into a nice pass play. Never did I think that was going to go in, because I saw a defender in net. And I was like, okay, even if this ball does go on target, the defender will be able to get it. But not only was the redirect on point, but the shot placement was even more on point, putting it just out of the reach of the defender. Just a fantastic shot all the way around, from the pass to the redirect to the placement of the shot. Well done, and a well-deserved first win for the Blizzard.
And that does indeed tie it up. But looking at the stats, Blizzard having 2 additional shots, but also having 1 more save. But you look at the 9 shots, 3 saves, 3 goals. That's 3 shots unaccounted for the Blizzard. They very easily could have made this a 3-2, 4-2 game in regulation and not even have to worry about the overtime. And props to them for being able to take it, but if they're just a little bit more efficient, they're not so slightly off, as we saw the ball going east and west across the box time and time again, and just not quite able to get it in. Part of that is because when you're playing against other players of this high caliber, you feel like you have to be perfect on your shots. You feel like it has to be in that exact shot placement that we saw there in overtime to be able to get the goal. But Sauce is gonna get saucy off the start and get a beautiful flip reset, and this is how you are perfect. What a flip reset, Sauce.
And especially I like how you use the word perfect there, because what do we know? Practice makes perfect. Did you see that play unfold? That was perfect execution. That was practice. Sauce probably communicated with their teammates, said, hey, I'm going to be back right. Boom, perfect back right scenario. Easy flipper reset, and some more Sauce coming out of Sauce here as a nice touch into the corner will just lead up to a self pass, catching one player out of position. Poor Braided Axe could not make it back in time. The Eclipse are striking back.
And the 3rd consecutive game that we have seen Eclipse take a 2-0 lead. They were able to hang on 3-2 in game number 1, but fell 3-2 in overtime in game number 2. So even though you feel good with a 2-goal lead, it's definitely not safe by any stretch of the imagination with these Blizzard players out on the pitch against you tonight.
Yeah, you're especially not safe against the Blizzard. If you give them enough time, they can do nearly anything, and almost managed to catch the post there. Or, well, they did catch the post, but it was not in their favor. And now it's going to be Sauce going back to play some defense, getting a full tank of boost, and now has a 1v1 scenario. Looking for the musty, dusty flick as this one goes up high. That was nearly pulled off. And an excellent attempt, but will go the other way.
And even though it doesn't work out, and you expect these players to have all the full bag of tricks, but just the fact that we've seen a perfectly executed flip reset, we're seeing the musty, we're seeing all these absolutely exceptionally difficult shots come out. Even if they're not on target, the defender still has to make sure that they know that the shot can come out. You have proven that you have that capability to make it every single time, and even though it might look scuffed, even though it might look a little bit messed up as you take off, they still have that chance. There's still an opportunity, and you have to play the shot every single time.
And that's another point to bring up to anybody that, is trying to, advance their skills and, climb in the ranks or even try and make it to the pro scene one day. One thing you have to learn is that, we're seeing all these cool mechanics, the flip resets, the musty flicks, and everything else. Not only do you have to develop those skills, but you have to develop the skills to defend them. And that's what we're seeing from the Blizzard. Like, they were able to drop 1 goal because they couldn't defend the flip reset. But then on the same hand, they just blocked a musty. So the defensive skills are just as important as the offensive, as the clear in the back pass towards the midfield will go back to Braided Axe.
Yeah, unfortunately for Danger, able to get it over both, but just falling behind the ball now, trying to get this around the corner. Capsize with a calm, controlled touch, trying to carry it on out, and Sauce with the demo. Cool guys don't look at explosions, and Capsize will be able to ground pitch that one through everybody, through the fire and flames to get goal number 3.
Also, if y'all didn't notice, when we were spectating Braided Axe, it was like probably the saddest thing I've ever seen today, because Braided Axe just turned, stopped, and just watched it rolled in. And the only thing in my mind was, hello, darkness, my old friend. Poor Braided Axe. You hate to see those scenarios when they're, even at this high level, anything could happen. And you see that insane pinch literally go from one side of the pitch to the other, and it falls right on in. And Sauce and the Eclipse do not plan to stop. Another goal, now 4-0 in favor of the Eclipse.
Again, nobody expects the bounce shot. Danger was ready for the ground pinch, was ready for that one to just be an absolute worm burner across the grass. But the bounce shot, able to get it up over the top, and even though a touch comes out, still able to find its way on in. And we have just gotten past halftime. We've just reached halftime here in game number 3, and a 4-0 lead for Eclipse. They are absolutely popping off here. But the second halves have been the name of the game for Blizzard. If they can just see the ball go into the net a time or two here, really get their confidence back up and start getting their offense rolling, I fully and firmly believe they can get right back into this game.
Oh, they most certainly can. And, this is kind of what I anticipated. I was expecting a back and forth. Maybe not so much as here in game number 3, but overall in the series scoreline. Like, we saw the Eclipse take the first game, and I even said, I see a Blizzard win coming in game number 2, and sure enough, that's what happened. But then the Eclipse was able to see how they adapted and what type of play styles they were able to, accomplish and what type of plays they were able to make. And now the Eclipse are the ones that have adapted and are starting to run away with game number 3. So will Blizzard answer back in the next game? Surely this one's not over yet, but I can see them constantly improving as the series goes on. And overall, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this go all the way to game 5.
Absolutely. Sauce trying to carry that one across, and Braided Axe says, I am slamming this door shut right in your face. You will not pass go. You will not collect $200, but we will get our first goal on the board. Well done. And again, we go back to game number 1 when Sauce got that first goal. Right place, right time, able to capitalize and see if they can't just absolutely get a few more off of that headed into game number 4. But the flip reset again, almost getting it, but a beautiful save coming out, and now the transition back the other way for the Blizzard.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to read that at all. That was just perfect execution there, and that, honestly, nothing short of spectacular defense. That was a flip reset into a musty, and still couldn't get past the defender, as this one will now go towards the middle. An open opportunity for Danger, and they will capitalize. We are back within 2. The Blizzard are not done yet.
A kickoff goal can really put the pressure here on Eclipse. They need to make sure that they stay tight, that they stay in their rotation and don't give up anything easy here. They haven't been the ones cheating up. You see already the adaptation coming up from Blizzard. They're deciding to cheat as well. They're deciding to match, trying anything to claw their way back into it. And this could be it as Danger needs to track this one down. It will go into the corner. Just a little bit too far out of reach for the Blizzard to be able to capitalize, but still only down 2, still have time, need to capitalize right here, and Danger should be able to do it, and will. 21 seconds left, we're back within 1.
That's absolutely crazy, and we were talking about how the Blizzard is a second half team, and even at 4-0, you're thinking, oh, well, a second half team doesn't mean it's a second half win. But if I was the Eclipse right now, I would definitely be sweating. 21 seconds left to go. This is it. Will the Eclipse be able to hold on, or will the Blizzard be able to make the comeback and get the equalizer? We are going to the side. Capsize sends this one up high, as it will fall right back down to Danger, and a nice touch from Capsize will clear it out from the opposition, as now Danger looks for a midfield pass, finds a person there and a demo on top, but it will be saved and cleared away, as this will go off the backboard. The ball is still live. They still have a chance. Capsize with the touch will put it down to Danger. Danger now with the opportunity, gets the flick over one, and it will finally be hit by Sauce, and it will touch the ground. The Eclipse finally take game number 3.
Oh my goodness, what a roller coaster of emotions. If you're here rooting for the Blizzard, that was the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, as that ball did everything but go in. They had so many opportunities, but the defense of Eclipse hanging on just long enough, and it wasn't like they were doing anything spectacular. They were just able to get in the face and get those challenges. You see the stats. The Blizzard, their defense kept them in this. 12 shots coming out from Eclipse, but again, that second half, able to get the goals, able to really get them rolling. If they can start off just a little bit sooner, if they don't wait until halftime, I know they're not trying to, but they don't wait until halftime, they can run away with the series.
And that's just to, bring proof to what we're talking about when we're saying that, no matter what the scoreline is, you never stop trying. You keep pushing. You put shots on the net. Because even though you don't win like that one, it was sad to see, they only dropped by a goal, and that ended up being the winning difference. But they were able to keep their momentum. They went from having a 4-0 drought to getting a 3-0 scoreless run. So even still, that's going to build a huge amount of momentum leading up into this game here, as we see now as Capsize will go towards the corner and Braided Axe is there to meet them, and now they're taking it away, going right back into that corner, looking for a corner play to develop as Danger is trying to get this one out and away and bring it back to the midfield, but this ball will stay in their half, and finally one will drop for Sauce. It's 1-0 for the Eclipse.
Again, we got a shot. Talk about the shot placement here, and Sauce able to call off Capsize and don't go for this catch. I got it, and sends it far post. No opportunity for a save. There's no doubt when that one was hit, it was going right on in. And again, Eclipse starting off early, starting off quick, and they need to do so against this Blizzard squad. Already here in the first 30 seconds, Capsize trying to throw this into the corner as Danger tries to answer it back, but Sauce, again, the defense has been looking better for the side of the Eclipse in the last couple of minutes going back in the prior game, but again, the offense is where they hold their cards, trying to keep running away with this early.
Yeah, like you were saying, you don't want to give the Blizzard like an early score, or you really don't want to give any goals away, but you definitely don't want to give it to them early, because we have seen time and time again that the Blizzard is in fact a second half team. The evidence all points towards it, but now Sauce is going to point this ball right into the opposite net here, right at the midfield, catching the defense kind of out of position there. Sauce with all the time in the world to recover and get that nice wide open net right at the midfield. 2-0.
Yeah, 4 games in a row, 2-goal lead for Eclipse. It took them 4 last game. We cannot understate that. It took a 4-0 lead for them to be able to hang on in game number 3. See if they're able to do it again. Capsize, that 50-50 is going to go out to Braided Axe, has space to work with, able to get the first touch, gets the second one, but Sauce coming out of nowhere, able to avoid the demo and get the save, now going for that flip reset on back, but Braided Axe has seen that one too many times from the prior game, able to pick up the save and keep it just within 2.
What makes that save even that much more impressive is the fact that the defender was actually in retreat, running backwards, trying to get to the goal in time. So even being able to get up there and block the shot while retreating back on defense, being able to recover that quickly just shows a huge amount of defensive prowess to me, as this shot will go right back down and Danger will play a little bit of defense of their own.
Looks like they're trying to slow the pace of the game down a little bit, which could bode well for Danger. Been doing a lot of solo plays around the corner, self passes, and even though Braided Axe has been setting him up, Danger has been the one who's really got it going with that slow ground game, not necessarily high flying. We're not seeing too many double taps or flip resets coming out from Blizzard, as right on cue, Danger able to get the fake and just walk it on in by Capsize. The mind games playing beautifully for Blizzard.
The mind trick there was straight out of the Jedi handbook. Danger just taking absolute control there, and the defender coming up, Danger said, "This is not the shot you're looking for," and then just took the shot wide open, making it 1-2 now, cutting their lead in half, and now the Blizzard starting to get what could be a shift in momentum.
Yeah, Danger's on the side of the Blizzard, and Danger is what the Eclipse are feeling. But Capsize stretching out, able to get that last second save. But Braided Axe, again, able to get the solo clears and just set up Danger for success. And a couple of times, they've been caught off guard by the quick clears coming out from Blizzard, but really starting to tighten that down, starting to make sure the second person is just far enough back that they're not giving up any free goals, and Danger's gonna be set up again by Braided Axe to tie up game number 4.
Yeah, this is a really difficult spot for the person that was in far post here, because you really want to put everything into the person playing near post to get the touch and to stop that pass play from happening. But as soon as you see Capsize begin to kind of backflip or even go into reverse, that's the exact moment you have to start playing on the ball. And it's just a really difficult position. I couldn't do it, probably, because my recovery speed and my reaction speed nearly not fast enough to do that. And it's just tough to watch, because you really put all your faith in your teammate to be able to show up when they when they need to, and unfortunately Capsize was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And that is why I'm in the caster booth here with you tonight. There's no way I'd be out here hanging with these players who are absolutely putting everything on the line, all knotted up here, coming up in the final 60 seconds. Again, another close game as Danger able to put it on target, but gets demoed for his trouble. It's a big clear on down. Sauce now going to try to get that second tap out. The Capsize just slightly off, but putting on the pressure, trying to get the offense rolling once again. Time and time again, they have struggled in the second half to get any goals. It has just been about hanging on, but I've already seen their lead evaporate, trying to get that back. They do not want to head to another overtime game.
Don't get me wrong, I love seeing Sauce's like flipper resets, the musty flicks, and all the fun jams and jellies that is his, solo play mechanical arsenal, but I don't know why they did it on that last play. It just didn't seem necessary. They were in the corner and then went for a flip reset, and it didn't really develop into anything. So far be it for me to question Sauce, because they are the Sauce boss, but just I don't see what was the point there. And once again, you give the ball away to the opposition, and now they're able to take control and develop a scoring play like this one.
And again, it is Danger able to pick up the hat trick and just beating everybody down the pitch, and that's where those shots, it was a beautiful save. The shot placement, it wasn't quote-unquote perfect that we had been talking about. It was center net, but that was able to be saved, and Danger just walks it on down, has more than enough boost to get there, and has a 1-goal lead for the Blizzard now as we're coming to the final 10 seconds. And even with the 2-0 lead, again, Eclipse are finding themselves needing a late goal. Sauce able to get that save up the Capsize with the redirect, but Danger gets in the way. He's just going to let the ball roll around the corner down into the pitch, and that will be the Blizzard taking game number 4 and tying it up at 2 apiece.
I'm glad you were able to reiterate that, because I am not math proficient at all. In my head, I'm thinking, okay, it's 2-2. This is game number 4. We're going into game 5, but you confirmed it. So thank you for that. So that way I don't have to second guess myself. A fantastic game number 4 as we head into what we've all come to see, and that will be a game number 5. But time for a little bit of Caps analysis as we're looking at these stats here. And look at this, absolutely tremendous from Danger, clearly the most dangerous player on the field. 10 shots on target, recovering 3 goals. Now, that just goes along with the theory that if you try again, eventually you will succeed. And that's exactly what happened. Danger ended up being the only player on the field with a hat trick and just maintaining the most amount of shots, clearly recovering 10 in one game. Just pushes even further that theory that if you just constantly pepper the net, one will fall.
Yeah, and Braided Axe, no slouch either. You cannot count them out at any point. Just able to get the setups for Danger in that game. But again, you talked about this in game number 3, the adaptation from these players. Who is able to play off of the style and change up yours just ever so slightly to be able to get that victory? And we've gone back and forth. Eclipse able to take games 1 and 3. Blizzard taking games 2 and 4. It is up to Eclipse, again, who needs to adapt. They need to score, again, early and often to be able to hang on. But what do they need to do to change? I'm sure they're asking that same thing in intermission. And are they able to do enough to be able to take this series in game number 5?
But hold the phone, here we go. Sauce will strike first and make this scoreline 1-0. The Eclipse take the lead early, like we've seen them do time and time again. But we also know that the Blizzard are pretty good at answering back.
Absolutely. Again, 2-0 at least every single game up to this point. The Eclipse have been able to start off. 2 of those games they've dropped. It took 4-0 in game number 3, and I know we keep reiterating that point, but Blizzard, they continue to come on charging so strong late. They're able to adapt in the middle of the game and really get that offense rolling, that even though a 1-0, 2-0 lead, I don't think that's enough for Eclipse the way that Blizzard have been playing. I feel like they need to get a 3-0, if not a 4-0 lead here in game number 5 to give themselves a chance. But Capsize trying to get this one forward. The longer this goes on, the better I feel for Blizzard.
Yeah, and honestly, I love that type of playstyle. It's one of my favorite playstyles to see is that stranglehold type of offense, where you're just keeping it in their half the other time, not allowing them to get any opportunities whatsoever, because the long-awaited theory in almost any competition is that a good defense is a good offense. If they don't have time to shoot the ball, then they're not going to make anything happen, then they're not going to score. So 1-0 right now in favor of the Eclipse as it maintains into their half of the pitch, and now a pass coming out from the corner is met by the Danger, and they find the back of the net. We are tied yet again at 1 apiece with 3 minutes and 6 seconds left to go in the game.
Danger, Will Robinson, danger again. The pass by Braided Axe, you cannot discount that. Able to give the space, and that is so underrated. That pop off the corner, not rolling it around, not giving the defender the opportunity to be able to read that roll, and just giving Danger the space to spot the defense, put it in the right spot, and even up this game. Trying to get another one here. Danger now trying to set up a Braided Axe, but Sauce there for the redirect on out. It's going to go for that Musty once again. And to your point, yeah, it looks cool, but without any boost, just kind of floating on forward. I want to see a little bit more teamwork. Try to come up and redirect out of the team and go get some boost for a follow-up shot.
Yeah, I agree with you on that play. But although, the Musty, it was great. It did look cool. But at the same time, instead of taking a Musty shot, maybe go for a Musty pass. I saw Capsize out there in the midfield kind of waiting, and I was really expecting a pass to come out from Sauce. So I think that could have maybe been a missed opportunity. But once again, time will tell, and Capsize eventually will find the ball and capitalize on that shot. Well done. 2-1 now as Eclipse take the lead right on back.
The shot placement yet again. Far post there by Capsize, and that bodes well for them. We are in the second half. They were all tied up and still able to find the goal. Good on them. But one point that I do want to go back to, we talked about this early in games 1 and 2, and we haven't seen a lot, are the demo plays, the bump plays. Where did the physical play go? Both teams seem to have abandoned it quite a bit. And if you're struggling on offense, and again, the 2v1 situation, able to take one person off the pitch, that can start opening things up for you. So I want to see if teams are really cranking down this pressure and able to do this offensive play back and forth, that they don't go for a bump or two and try to open up the net for a teammate.
And you see, I completely agree, and I wanted to make this point earlier, but the only thing that didn't catch me was that I wasn't seeing like a one-sided save factor. Like one team wasn't, having a landslide of saves over the other one. The scoreline and stat-wise has been pretty even when we're talking about saves. So at that point, I'm not thinking, oh well, maybe they need to get more demolitions on the goalie, because clearly when you're the sauce boss and you can flip reset past them anyway, who needs them? What a beautiful highlight reel play! Once again, Sauce putting on and getting, honestly, was that a flip reset, or did they just pretend and let that one just fall right in?
Well, that's the mind games, and that's where I think he's mind gaming us as well. The entire time, flip reset, Musty, flip reset, flip reset, flip reset, and going for it every time. You saw the squishy save trying to come out, but deciding to not use that flip reset. I don't know if he didn't get it or not, but not using it, going low, able to squeeze that one in, but the quick answer coming back by Blizzard, and they just refuse to go away as his Danger once again just fires it on target. Sauce able to get a touch, but not enough on it, and we are back within one.
Yeah, they're not going to let them keep that insurance goal for very long. Like, sure, you can have it, enjoy it while it lasts, but now we're back within one for the Blizzard. Still very much in this ball game. 1 minute left to go. Braided Axe goes up high into the corner, is able to find the Danger, as this one will go right back down in a solo play inbound, but is met off the back wall by Capsize. And a nice double touch read coming off the side. Braided Axe retreats back, gets a full tank of boost, and bumped out of the way, as this one is going to drip right on back to the side as read by Danger. Danger and Braided Axe now have each other to work with in a 2v1, but the counter attack is underway from Sauce, and it rings off the side post, and Danger able to save the day and clear it away.
Oh, they're going to want that one back. That was their insurance goal, but Sauce quickly on the challenge once again. You see Eclipse. They know that Blizzard has come charging late. They know that this has been their time to shine, and just absolutely putting on the pressure, dusting them to these balls, getting quick to these 50-50s, and not letting the ball go down their own side. So they're capsized, able to get a demo as well, but danger, spawning right place, right time, but the 50-50 goes down to the ground. Braden Axe trying to stay on top of it. It's going to go roll around and capsize with a high touch. The double commit, but Sauce will kill the ball, and Eclipse do hang on in game number 5 and take the series 3-2.
I'm pretty sure the Eclipse knew exactly what it was that I wanted. I wanted to see a Game 5 overtime, and Eclipse just said, nah, we're not having it. We don't want to work any longer than we have to. We're going to end the game right now. But still, just a fantastic display of skill here. And again, tightness just can be all the way to game number 5. Huge congrats to Eclipse for taking the game all the way in game 5, and huge compliments to Blizzard to making them sweat this hard and work for it for this long. No team has anything to hang their head low about today. A tremendous performance by both.
Absolutely. Blizzard they were keeping things heated up. Even though their name is cold, they were hot the entire time. And really that second half, and their takeaway is, how can we start off games quicker? And for Eclipse, how can we finish games? How can we keep our foot on the pedal and absolutely throttle down and continue to score game in, game out the entire way through? If they're able to do that, both these teams are incredibly dangerous. But if either one can figure that out as they move on here in the season, that is what they need. Every other team needs to watch out for.
And I look forward to seeing their progress as well as everyone's, because another big thing here at MLE is just getting better as a player in a wonderful, tight-knit community. So that will just about do it here for us here at Minor League Esports, presented by APM Music. And before we head out, I have to say it was an absolute pleasure casting with you today, Mr. Broke Fang. Is there anything else you have to say before we head out tonight?
Nah, it was an absolute blast as well. Thank you for having me, and looking forward to more MLE action as the season already starting off great and going to continue to get better.
Well, there you have it, folks. I have been your happy-go-lucky hooligan host, Captain Atsoka, and that will do it for us here tonight at Minor League Esports, presented by APM Music. Good night.